Hello everybody, this is Jack from Fluency.com and welcome to this English lesson. Well, it's not so much an English lesson, it's more of an update. An update about what I've been doing and the future of Fluency, the future of me giving these lessons on YouTube. But if you're new here or if you haven't got it yet, go and download my book, The 5-Step Plan for English Fluency, to fluency.com/book. If you're watching the replay, there'll be a link in the description. It's good to see so many familiar faces already, like Rodolfo, in the chat. So if you're watching the replay, know that I can see a live chat here on the screen. And if you're just joining, we're going to talk about my trip and also the future of Fluency. Lady Dark says, how have you been? I have been very well. I remember you too, Fox654, I'm pretty sure from the picture. But yeah, I've been very well. It was one of the craziest weeks last week. It was so crazy, okay? Because what we did was we drove from Asheville, where we live, to Connecticut. And I think it's about 800 miles. I'm just going to have a look on my map. It's a really long way. It's a really long way. So I'm going to put in Reading, Connecticut. It is, let's see, from home, 755 miles. 755 miles. And then we spent a few days there. And then we drove from Reading to Maryland, okay, a place called Maryland. We went to a wedding, and then from there, we drove home. So it was one of these things that it was just incredible. It was incredible because we have 2 children. It was about 1,700 miles in total. Out of the 8 days, we were driving for 4 days. So out of the 8 days, we were driving for 4 days. And we had to leave the wedding early because my son and my daughter were both crying and they were both being loud. So we had to leave the church. So we had a great trip though. It was really good fun. But when you've got 2 kids and you're staying in hotel rooms, it's so much work. It is so hard. Really, really hard. You have to take all your bags from the car into the hotel. You have to find a place for everyone to sleep. You have to think about dinner. You have to get changed. It was so much work. And that meant that I wasn't able to do anything on YouTube or on Facebook. So I was just caught up with. It just means like I was caught up with dealing with our kids and thinking about all these different types of things. So it was kind of crazy. It was really crazy, actually. And yeah, it was just hard work. And then we decided yesterday to drive straight back. God, it was yesterday. No, 2 days ago, Saturday, to drive back from the wedding to Asheville instead of stopping. So we set off about 5:30 and we got home about 1:30 a.m. and I drove the entire way. I had some coffee, which helped. But it was a lot of work. So Sunday was very difficult. We got home. It was just so difficult. So difficult. And then today has been back to normal. Today is Monday. It's back to normal now. Okay? So I'm happy with this. I'm happy that we are now back to normal. And I'm making a YouTube video. It's been so long and I'm so happy to do this for you. But let's talk a little bit about the future of Fluency. Okay, and before I do, I'm just going to say hi to some people in the comment section. Like Antonio is here from Brazil. Why don't you do live lessons every week like before, Parvana? Yeah, I was just explaining I've been away with my kids and it's been impossible to do live lessons. Hi, how are you? I'm from Brazil. Good to see you here. We've got someone from Albania. I missed the name, but thank you for joining. Aslam is here as well. So it's June. It's June. Okay. I'm so glad to see everyone here. Sorry, before I go on, it's so good to see like Raul here. A long time. I haven't heard you for a long time. It's just great to connect with you all again. I'm so happy about that. But at the start of the year, I was making probably about 4 videos a week. And I was using my big camera, making these videos. I was doing a lot of stuff on YouTube. And over the last 2-3 months, I've just started to do a little bit less of this now. It's about 1 to 2 videos a week. And the reason is, and I'm going to be completely honest, the reason is that even though I'm a YouTube teacher, I also have an online business. And this is my work, okay? This is my work. So what I'm doing here is work. This is my full-time job. I've been doing this full-time since 2011. And I started by doing one-to-one lessons. So I started to teach one-to-one lessons. And then I did some group lessons. Then I started to do courses, okay, video courses. So I now have a course, the Fluency program. And a few weeks ago, I reopened this and I made it like new. I changed it. And a lot of people signed up about 6 weeks ago. A lot of people signed up and you can still sign up. You can sign up again if you go to fluency.com/TFP. And the people that have gone through this course, they love it. I've got so many great emails from people telling me that the course is really helping them. People are taking the course and they're using it. And even though I've just redone this course and created a new one in a way, I'm going to keep adding to it and I'm going to work a lot on it. I'm helping people inside the course. I'm giving people feedback. I'm creating new videos for it. I'm growing the course. I'm making it better and better all the time. And I need to put a lot of my time into that, which means I don't have the time to create videos on YouTube. And what I'm going to do, this month is crazy again. I've got a lot of things that are going on, okay? You probably saw me like getting distracted because I just got an important email. We have a lot of new things that are happening. And at the moment, it's strange because, no, Kate is not pregnant. Someone just says, tell us about your family. Is your wife pregnant? No, it's not pregnancy. It's something else that I can't talk about until it's done. Manu says your hair is getting longer. That's something else that's going on. I'm growing my hair. I'm going to make it long. I don't like the style right now, but I want to grow it. But yeah, we have so many things going on. Okay. Chris, good to see you here, but I want to know. I know, exactly. You really want to know now. There are things going on that are in the personal life. It's all good, but it just means I have to spend a lot of time doing this. And it means that I can't spend as much time doing YouTube videos. But know this, in July and definitely August, things will be back to normal. Because Maestro, I'll come back to that Maestro. Because also, my daughter, who is 8 months old, is teething, which means her teeth are growing. And this is a really painful process for a baby. And it means that my wife is not sleeping and I'm not sleeping that well, which means that because I'm flexible, I take the children in the morning, which means less time to work. And with all the other stuff going on, it's just quite difficult. But anyway, what this means for you is over the next few weeks, I'm going to just be making videos on my phone, going live, making it easy. I'm going to try and do something. I'm going to try and experiment with shorter lessons as well, which will help you. And yeah, just like continue doing these things. Now, a lot of people are asking if I've lost weight. So at the start of the year, I had 3 goals, okay? 200,000 subscribers on YouTube, still a goal, still going to do it. And to be in the best shape of my life. So, since Christmas, I have lost not that much. Yeah, about 20 pounds. About 20 pounds, okay. So I've lost about 20 pounds. In kilograms, see what this is. Let's put it in kilograms. That is 9 kilograms. What's that in stone? I'm intrigued. 1.5 stone, nearly. So I've lost a lot of weight, which is good because I was overweight. Not in a big way, but I was still overweight. And I'm feeling really good. I'm really good. Feeling great. Maestro, I've lost about 23 kilograms. That's incredible. That is incredible. So yeah, I've lost weight. I'm going to show you. My belly is a lot better now. Before it was out here. It's a lot better, and I feel so much better with it. You know, feel so much better about it. Fanny says, how is your French now? It was one of your resolutions. Yeah, and my French is a resolution, like a goal for the year, which I'm going to start later. And it was number 3 on my list in terms of priority. My business, number 1, health and fitness, number 2, and then French, number 3. But what's important is this, okay? What's interesting is this. I have built habits and systems based on my health and fitness. So I don't think about it every day. I'm not learning new things about health and fitness. Instead, I have a plan that I stick to. I make it simple and it's time effective. So I don't spend 2 hours every day in the gym. Instead, I do this very effectively. So this is related to learning English, because once you get into the habit of doing the right things and doing this consistently, then you're going to make faster progress. And this is where my course comes in, because, you know, if it's in your budget, if you feel like taking an online course, then take this one. It is such a powerful thing to do. I'm super proud of this course, and that's why I'm spending a lot of time on it. A lot of people joined, which means that I have to help them, which I enjoy doing, but it takes time. But I'd love to have you, and you can check it out to fluency.com/TFP. Okay, to fluency.com/TFP. Are you playing soccer yet? Do you mean still? Do you mean, am I playing soccer still? Yes, I am, although this season has finished. So I played soccer. However, I found that playing soccer is not the best thing for my health because I overdo it. It's so hard. But let's say this is my first time here. Good to have you. Subscribe if you are new. Freedom, what do you use for your hair? I use just, sometimes I use this, okay? Everyman Jack, which is kind of cool, isn't it? Everyman Jack. It's a fibre cream, but I'm also using other things as well. Yeah. So, in summary, last week was crazy. We were away for 8 days, okay? But it was just the craziest thing. There was like one time when Emma, our daughter, was crying in the car and our son was crying as well. And they just made each other cry even more. It's just crazy. Jack, what, do you have 2 channels? I do. I have a channel for English teachers and this channel as well. I have 2 YouTube channels. I thought is here. Good to have you here. Thank you for joining. So in summary, what I've been talking about is this. We went on a trip last week. It was crazy. I didn't have time to do any work really, except for emails. I've been working a lot on my course and on other things. Lots of things going on at the moment, like our daughter isn't sleeping, and there are lots of different things as well. Maestro says the sound of the video is too weak. Turn up your volume. Hopefully it'll be okay. Aitor got a job today. Fantastic. And then I'm talking about the future to Fluency. I'm going to spend a lot of time in my course, and I'm working out a way to build a system to make more videos for you all. You know, a way that I can easily make these videos and help you all on YouTube and on Facebook, mainly. Okay. So yeah, that's what I've been working on. Any questions? Let's see if there are any questions from you all. And hopefully you're following this quite well. What is your opinion? No. Glad I stopped myself there. Yeah, Aitor, Fantastic. Good news on your job. This is good. I like it when people in the community share good news. You know, it just makes everyone feel motivated and happy. Feel free to share what your job is, Aitor. I'm confused about being. Being. A lot of the time we can use this for like what someone is being like a temporary way of acting. So, for example, my wife is optimistic, let's say. My wife is optimistic in general. But then one day she says, oh no, I don't think this is going to happen. This is bad. What about this? What about that? I can't do it. And I say, stop being so pessimistic. So in that moment, she is being pessimistic. So we can use it in many ways like that. It's used like, you know, I'm being very, well, it's mainly used like when you say, she's being very selfish today. She's being very selfish today, for example. You can just say she is very selfish today, but she's being very selfish today. Fox, please stop mentioning your YouTube channel. Just keep it on topic. When will you be in Brazil? I don't know next, but I was in Brazil in 2007. Ali says we can use for behaviours, exactly. Being for behaviours. I'm an analyst, support analyst of technology. Very cool. Very cool. That sounds interesting. Congratulations on your job, Aitor. Aitor is a long-time fan here. A long-time fan. Any other questions about learning English? About the channel? About anything else? Please let me know. Please let me know. These live videos are so different. Lots of people come in. Christina, great to hear you again. Yep, it's good to be back. It's amazing to be back in the office. Just to have space for myself. Marius has noticed difference between lots of British English and American English. You can always choose one, but learn them both. You know, if you want to learn one, learn one. If you want to learn them both, learn both as well. Yeah. Do you live in the UK or USA? I live in the US, in a place called Asheville, North Carolina. It's fantastic. It's a great city. And I'm originally from the UK. I left the UK basically in 2007. I spent some time there in 2008 and a little bit in 2009. But mainly, yeah, I left the UK in 2007 to go travelling, and then I just went to different places. How many years to learn English? You can do it in a month, in 3 months, in 6 months. You can never learn English. It just depends on. It just depends on the things that you do and how much time you spend doing them. And a better way to think about it is how many hours have you done with learning English and what you're doing to do that. And Lord asks how to overcome the intermediate level. If you can afford it, get my course. If it's within budget, to fluency.com/TFP. I have a fantastic method you can follow. The listen, repeat, record, compare. It's like the imitation method. And there are so many different things you can do as well. Yeah, you get downloadable materials, get downloadable stuff. So definitely check it out, to fluency.com/TFP. Could you talk about how we can make predictions in the future? Yeah, generally using will or going to. You know, talk about the election in the UK. I think Theresa May will win, for example. It's going to rain tomorrow, etc. We can just use will and going to. Manchester United are going to win the league next year. That's one way to talk about it. Can you teach us how to be confident? Yeah, I think the first thing to do is to realise that making mistakes is normal, and don't base your confidence on the amount of mistakes you make. So there are many people who are beginner students who feel really confident. There are others who are advanced and don't feel very confident. And just know that people don't care about mistakes. People don't care. And if they do, then they're just silly. You know, if you're an English learner and you make mistakes, it's normal. It's normal. So I think one of the best things to do is to find someone to talk with, someone who you feel comfortable with, and just gain some experience of talking. And then you'll realise, hey, this isn't so bad. This isn't so bad. This is fine. So yeah, I think that's a good important thing to do. Find someone you're comfortable with and just take it from there. I'm not going to talk about Trump, Brielle. Who is your favourite singer? I don't really have one. Why is learning English important for us? You have to answer that. I can't answer that for you. What do you think is the fastest method to improve English? I do believe my method is really important. Listen a lot. Listen when you can. Imitate people. Copy the way people speak. And also work on your pronunciation as well. Work on that. It's going to make a big difference. What do you think about books of phrasal verbs? I think they're not that useful. How many words is necessary to speak fluently? It just depends, really. I think if you know 3,000 words and how to use them, then you'll be able to communicate really well. And that's the key. Like, people want to just find words and learn words, but find phrases instead. Use these phrases. It's going to make a huge difference. It's going to make a huge difference. When can I find articles to read in English? I mean, there are articles everywhere. Just go on Facebook, follow English pages that you're interested in and take it from there. How to improve pronunciation quickly and how to be sure it's proper. This is what my course does. There's a whole section on it, and you get evaluation. So you send me your speaking examples and I evaluate on this. And a lot of the time, what I say is like, work on this sound, and this sound, and then practice and practice and practice. So to fluency.com/TFP. Let's have a look. A lot of people make mistakes when they speak about the sequence of tenses. That's why it's important to learn things in context as well, to know the context of that sentence. Who else is here? Do your kids have your coloured eyes? Emma does. Thomas doesn't as much. He's a little bit different, a little bit greener. His eyes are a little bit more like his mother's. But Emma has my eyes, which is nice. Oh my God, this is terrible. Who are these people that... I'm going to report that. Tell us a joke now. It is boring. Do you speak slowly now with us? Okay, this is one of those things that... I was listening to a podcast the other day about Facebook advertising. Okay. And one of the hosts of the podcast, and this is for English speakers, it's not for English language learners, it's for English speakers, okay? And she speaks like this, okay? And what you want to do with your ad is really think about the best place to put it. That's my American accent, I'm so sorry. But did you notice how slow that was? And when I'm speaking in a YouTube video, I'm not really modifying my voice a lot, just a little bit. But this is how I speak in a YouTube lesson. This is how I speak when I'm teaching someone something, no matter the subject. Because when I'm listening to somebody teach something and they're speaking so quickly, it doesn't give you a chance to think about what they're saying. And notice that pause. It doesn't give you the chance to think about what they're saying. And then you say something else. And this is just like a way of presenting, a way of teaching. So when I'm doing this, it's quite normal to my regular speech. Can you say bottle of water in American English? Bottle of water. Bottle of water. A bottle of water. Bottle of water. Isn't that really different? Is there any site you recommend for learning grammar? English page if you want to learn grammar rules, but if you want to be able to use it in a natural way, use my method. Okay? Use my method. Future of to Fluency, explain the title. My brand name is to Fluency. Okay? It starts with a preposition. This creates these intriguing titles. These titles where of to. It's pretty funny. It's pretty funny. And if you want to hear me speak more quickly, watch the conversations I have with my wife on this channel, because that way you'll be able to kind of learn, follow an actual conversation. And I speak more quickly because that's more conversational. It's a conversation between two people. So that's what it's like. That's what happens when you speak like that. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay. On that note, I am going to leave now. If someone just says, can you pronounce that thing? That thing. These are great things to practice so that you can improve. Okay, so that you can improve more quickly. You can practice lots of these really tricky things. Tricky, hard, difficult sounds to help you go. Okay, to help you practice. What do you think about learning English watching films? I prefer TV shows. It's more conversational, it's more real. But if you enjoy movies, watch them in English. There's nothing wrong with doing that at all. In fact, enjoy it. Circumstances. Somebody asked me to say it. Circumstances. Ought to is the synonym of have to. It's more like should. Should and ought to are quite similar. What's the speed of the internet that you're using? Should I do a speed test? I'm using a different Wi-Fi. I think it's about 20 upload speed. The one I have on my computer is 100 upload speed. I love it. I love it. So quick, so fast. Okay, on that note, I'm going to go. I need to get back home, do some stuff, take some care of this admin stuff. Thank you so much for staying here and for enjoying this lesson. And if you have, then get my free book to fluency.com/book or get my program if you haven't signed up to it yet, to fluency.com/TFP. Go check it out. Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to do more lessons. Like I say, I can't spend so much time creating videos at the moment, but I'm going to do more live lessons because I enjoy them. Okay, thank you. Speak to you soon. Bye-bye.